Hi, I'm Brandy McDonald, Arts and Entertainment Writer for the Oklahoman and News OK, and I am here today with Micqaela Jones. She is the featured artist for this year's Red Earth Festival, which is happening on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Cox Convention Center. There will also be some free activities this year over at the Myriad Gardens. So it's always a great event. It brings in thousands of people, both people who are native to attend the event and put it on the event, and then also people who come and just attend to see the art and the dancing. But I understand this is your first time to come to Red Earth, is that correct?
Yes, I am so excited to be here. It's my first time. I have no expectations, but so far I've had a great response, and I'm really excited to see what the weekend brings.
Well, you're here for the first time, but people have already been getting a little bit of a look at your work. This is the festival poster this year, and this is your work. This is Midnight Wolf. And can you tell me a little bit about this particular piece?
Okay, so this particular piece was kind of a new style that I kind of just came up with last August. I was kind of getting to experiment with some new ideas, and it was a little bit more of a loose, more contemporary style for me. I've been painting for like 20 years, and mostly my work that I'm known for is more of a colorful, very tight, more like this piece here. Do you mind if I show you this? So this is more of the style that I'm known for. And so it was actually really exciting for me to go out and just kind of free myself, and it's got the dripping paint, but yeah, it still has the texture. And that's more like the other example that I have. So to have such a positive response, and then to have to be approached by Red Earth and ask if I could be the poster artist, and then to have them pick something that was so new for me that it's very personal. Art is so emotional, and so for that particular image to be chosen was really just exciting. And as an artist, just to have people connect with new pieces and not just something that you've done for a long time just really means a lot. So
you're coming to a new place, and you've kind of got a new style that you're showing off. And
exactly.
So lots of new.
Yeah.
But I understand that for you, painting, I think, dates back to, I think your dad was a painter, and a lot of what you paint is wildlife, and that sort of reflects a little bit of your upbringing. So you can talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, it actually does. I grew up on a really small reservation. It was very isolated, but there were a lot of artists in my family. My dad painted, like you said. My mom did beadwork, but I never really, where I lived, most artists were not, you just did your craft, but you didn't get to, there were no opportunities to share it. And so this is really amazing that I've been able to share my work, and of course my parents are so excited and proud and happy about that, but it's just a really great thing to be able to incorporate some of my family traditions and my culture and share that with the world. And especially, I do paint a lot of animals, but I also paint teepees. I paint things, basically, I think of myself as a colorist. I love color. But anytime I approach an idea, a piece that I'm working on, I want it to be something that makes me feel good when I look at it. I want it to be, I just want to get this feeling like, oh wow, that is amazing. It makes me want to smile. And so it is so amazing when people, collectors or just people, sometimes they buy a note card in a gift shop, and then I get an email saying, this made me think of something in my life, and it really touched me in a certain way. And so to me, it's so special to have the opportunity to do that art, it can move people in that way. So
do you feel like whenever you do a painting, you're Shoshone, and I think, do you feel like you're then sharing a piece of that whole heritage and culture with whoever sort of takes the piece into their life?
Oh, absolutely. One of the things that I do think about is my grandma. She was a Shoshone woman, and she was taken when she was a little girl. I think she was 5, and she was taken to a de-Indianization school in Carson City, Nevada. And she was basically stripped of that opportunity, the culture. She couldn't even speak her language. She couldn't do her art. And so I feel so honored to be able to take my culture and be able to share the things that she couldn't even share. She was even ashamed. She didn't teach. She had 13 children and wasn't able to speak her language to them, let alone other things, because she was so ashamed. So I'm just proud to be able to have the opportunity to, like I said, share through my art.
And I think that you had said that you're here today with your lovely assistant, your husband, Alex. And I think you said you have 5 children, and you guys travel quite a bit and travel around with your art.
Yes.
It's great. It's great.
Yeah, we drove for 3 days to get here, so it was quite the adventure, and it's a great experience, and it's always fun, but a little exhausting. But I wouldn't change it for the world.
Has it been a fun experience for your kids to get to go to places like Jackson Hole and Santa Fe and now to Oklahoma City and travel where there's a lot of Native artists?
Absolutely. I think that's the best education that children can have. They've been exposed and they've experienced so many different cultures and arts, and it's interesting now because our boys are getting older. We have a 17-year-old, a 15-year-old, 11, 9, and a 7-year-old, but they've been doing it, like I said, it's been almost 20 years, and so they've grown up, and this is just kind of their life, but they're starting to appreciate it now. It's like, oh wow, we got to do this, and actually a couple of our children are into art, and they're now selling their they have their own style, but they're getting into art and they're selling their work as well, and I try to give them pointers and they don't want to hear it, so I'm like, hey, you know what I would do? And
that's kids for you, I guess.
Parents.
But this is your first time at Red Earth. Is it exciting to bring your art to a new place and just sort of see how it's received?
It's so exciting, yes. And actually, I have a painting that I'm going to be working on. I love to share my process. I'm a self-taught artist. I didn't go to school, so what I'm creating is I have this vision in my head, and I'm trying to figure out whatever tools and means I can to get this vision to transcend to my canvas or my wood panels that I'm using. And so it's exciting to be able to talk about that with people, and then, like I said, when people connect with it, and that just makes it all the more worthwhile. So yeah, I'm very excited. Can't wait to see what everybody thinks. Come give me your feedback.
Great. So Red Oaks is going to start at 10 a.m. on Friday. It always starts with the parade, and we usually film it and put it on our big screen outside of our building because it's right over there at the Myriad Gardens. And then we'll have the art market opening at 10 on Friday, and it goes throughout the weekend, throughout Sunday. And if you want more information, you can go to redearth.org, or we have lots of information on newsok.com and at the Oklahoman. Thanks so much for coming in today.
You better come see me at the show.
I absolutely will.